Okay, so today's project brought to you by Rogue Repair Service. Sorry, this repair is on a Acer E5-774g. I'm swapping the battery out on it. It's it's kind of a tasky job. There are no access doors on the bottom, so you have to take the entire bottom panel off. So I've already removed most of the screws in this. The ones that I did leave in were the hinge screws, so I could open and close the lid on this. I have all the screws right here, so I'm going to keep them close, and I'm going to go ahead and take these screws off. Yeah, if you're going to do like a soft install of this just to get the cover onto it, you really want to pay attention to which screws you put in. I always put in the ones that are connected to the hinges in case you're opening and closing it. You don't want to snap the plastic. Those hinges will provide enough force when you're bending them to break through this plastic if they're not secure. So be mindful of that. This one is actually kind of cool. If you pay attention to the way this bottom cover is laid on, it's actually meant to come up on one side like this and then come off like that, okay? Because most of the ports are here, so you're going to want to push it outwards, okay? Set that guy aside. Now I've already removed the battery from this because I needed to see what the exact model number was, which I would highly suggest to anyone and everyone that is planning on doing this. Make sure you take the battery out and always check the model number on the battery just to make sure. They can be off by a number, and that can make a huge difference in the width of the plug or the amount of teeth on it. So please be mindful of that. The issue that was occurring with this particular laptop was that when the power supply was plugged in, the unit worked. The battery would not charge, and when Windows would load up, the computer would power down. But we could not replicate this same issue with the battery removed. So this battery is an integral part of this unit. Its malfunctioning has led to an issue with full functionality of the operating system. Something's glitching in this battery. More is going on in here than we know. So this is new, and this is going on. It's actually very exciting to see if this was actually what was wrong with it, because you never really know in this line of work. There's always something that pops up. This battery is a perfect fit. I'm gonna wait to plug that in. I'll grab an extra light. Sorry, there won't be any extra light. Not today. Alright, the two battery screws are on. So now I'm going to plug the battery in. It's in. Now the first thing I've been wanting to do this for a while, is just put this thing on once and for all and cross my fingers that this is, the problem is solved. So I'm going to do another soft install of the hinges. Now I'll know within a minute of starting this up. It has a solid state drive in it. It's a fast unit, so it'll get into Windows pretty quickly. But I will know right away if the problem isn't fixed when the battery just goes, and the unit shuts off. All right. Let's do a few more screws. Okay, the ultimate test is, does it power up without a charger? Yes, it does. All right. September 2016 Warren describes the person, very likely Christopher Steele, as quote, desperate that Donald Trump not get elected and was passionate about him not being the U.S. president. This, of course, a month before the initial FISA warrant to surveil the spy. Well, folks, we've passed that point where the unit would typically turn off. So let's cover this together real quick, what just happened. So those of you that are running into the same issue that I ran into can understand how I perform this fix, how I diagnose the problem, you know, what I'm going to document over this, how long it took me to really figure out what the issue was with this. So here goes. This unit was a recycled unit, and I found it at a place in downtown Phoenix that I frequent. And I don't usually go after units that aren't business class, and this isn't a business class. This is a consumer gamer unit, and I'm impressed with it. Once I actually lit it up and realized that it had an NVIDIA 840M in it, GTX 840M, I was pretty impressed. That's a nice graphics card, and the unit itself is in pretty darn good condition. I cleaned it up quite a bit, put a solid state drive in it, added 8 gigs of RAM. So the unit has Windows 10 Professional, has a full high definition 17.3 inch screen, has all the bells and whistles to it, and I got it for $30. So it was worth getting in there and figuring out what was going on, and definitely worth a battery exchange. So the problem I was having was the unit would power up with an adapter, not with the battery, and there was a battery in it. Powered up, took an operating system just fine, went through this install and setup. Then once it would say hi, welcome, whatever it does at the beginning of the Windows welcome, the screen would go black. But you could hear the chimes and the dings. If you were to, you know, make a mistake in Windows, you could hear that in the background, but the screen would go black. We took the battery out just by chance, and worked with just the charger in it and the operating system loaded. So we found that pretty odd that the two are connected. So that's the trick. The two are somehow connected. So if you run into this same issue that I ran into, the battery needs to be swapped out. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the battery appears to be a pretty integral part of this system. So batteries are not very expensive. I think I spent 20 bucks on it on eBay, and it's new too, so it seems like they're probably not too far and few. So if you have any questions or want to leave any comments, go ahead and do so in the feed below. Thank you very much.